Welcome back to Sevtech Ages, and it's time to go into the Beneath, I think. Yeah, let's give this a go. Not quite sure what it's going to be like, other than dark, and unfortunately I apologise for that advance. I can't change that. That is just the way the Beneath is. So let's, I guess, put it right next to here. Let's put you on a block of some kind, and put you there. Looks very much like the Deep Dark teleporter, and yes, we have similar problems. Let's just get the torches. I need to be at the same water level as the teleporter. Okay. Fine, we'll just stand on a block, shall we? That's the easiest. There we go. I've reached the Beneath, and we've arrived. Okay. I get the feeling that sunlight's going to disappear quite quickly. And of course we have 4 torches to get us started, and we can get back, well, very hopefully. And now, well, we'll wait till for all the walls to fill in, but it'll just be filled in with black. So I'm not quite so sure that you'll you'll be too impressed. However, we do have a cavern, and presumably it's a finite dimension then, rather than infinite one. And I guess we've got to start heading over towards a wall in some direction, and we're in the center, so I guess there's not much really for me to do other than get to the wall and bring you back once I'm over there. Okay, so we got out to the wall. It's a fair distance from the middle, but full stack gets us there. Full stack of cobblestone, that is. Let's look at the advancements. So over here it's saying, travel to the Beneath dimension such the top of the caves for aquamarine. That's going to lead us to parchment and mulberry trees we're going to need to get. I think I've already got some mulberry trees. I think I mentioned those in an earlier episode. And then also travel to the bottom of the Beneath dimension to find black quartz. And that will get us into mechanical power. And that's sort of optional, but I'm not going to treat it as optional. I'm going to get both of them. So I'm going to start mining out the wall a little bit. And we're up fairly high anyway, so it's not like the roof is too much further. Well, maybe it is. Well, I can just about see the floor. Maybe you can as well. And there's some black quartz right there if you can see it. So maybe we go down first. I'm going to carry on until we get to the floor. We could just fall off and ladder ourselves back up. But I want some sustainable way just in case I die. So I want at least one route back down to the floor. Okay, and here we've got our first black quartz. Let me just put another torch down. I'm not sure if this is going to be in a vein or just singles. Let's take a quick look. Looks like a single thing. Oh, no, we got veins. And we got black quartz ore, so it's not going to be breaking up on us. Very small vein, though, in this pack. I guess we've got to look for some more, and then we'll head up to the ceiling. Oh, there's some more up there, actually, and that's not in the floor. That's really far up. Okay, back in a little while. I ran out of torches, so I thought, well, let's head back with the black quartz. Black quartz is a good way to get upgraded armor. I've got a few bits and pieces, as you can see, from various skeletons and other creatures. So we can convert this and use it for various things. We've got some flour finished. Let's grind it up. I think it's grinder, yeah. And then we're going to need to smelt that. I think we can put it on the stone grill, however. I have just converted this back into the corner. Now that we have access to shadow gems, I can put the flame grill whoppers back in. And they'll output to this stone crate just fine, which is much nicer. Hopefully less chance of everything spontaneously combusting. And what have we got in here? We've got crushed black quartz, so let's just check. Ooh, hang on. Do we need to process that? I hope it's not 4-to-1. Black quartz. Crushed black quartz. No, we just smelt it. That's fine. And we'll get full black quartz out of it. Let's get 2 and put it in our stone grill. And then we should get that advancement, hopefully. Where are you? Crushed black quartz. 2 in there. And that shouldn't take very long at all. Hopefully we should get the advancement. So here we have this, and it's going to lead us towards axles for water wheels, windmills, or gearboxes. Very, very important. Obviously, it says it's optional, but yeah, it's really not. And then I've still got to find aquamarine. I ran out of torches before I got to the top of the caves, but that's going to leave it into astral sorcery, which is next in the chain. So I'm just going to keep processing this. Hopefully that won't take too much longer. And then we will get that advancement. Oh, there we go. So if I take that out, do we get the advancement? We do. Okay, so then we see some more visibility of stuff. So here we go. We need a we need a source of power such as water wheels and axles, and then we can start creating a mill, I think. So we can, I think, finally replace this thing as my sort of my hunger bar reducer to be able to process things like charcoal. Okay, so we're up here at using this plumb line 161 in the beneath, and we've found some aquamarine ore. So let's go and see if we can gather that. Yep, there we go. And we get the advancement. Let's search for aquamarine. And we're going to gather all of this. It's not a very large vein, again, by comparison, but it is larger than the black quartz. That's just rude. They're really trying to freak me out, but anyway. It's like someone standing next to you whispering, death, death. But this is fine. We've got at least one vein of aquamarine. And we've got our advancement open. So now we can go and look at astral sorcery. We also have the black quartz. I'm going to go and gather some more of it because there's some really good upgrades to tools that we've already got. In fact, let's just head down and you'll see just how far I've dug up. I didn't decide to go up a wall or pillar up or anything like that. I just thought I'd create a regular mine, just the usual step. Here's halfway up. We can continue, can keep on going down. And let's head down towards the black quartz. Let's see what's kind of while of lot we at the moment. 99. Okay, so we're going to need to keep going. We should get to our offshoot towards the home base. I think it's around about here. Yep. So we arrived at 71. By the way, you arrive at whatever Y level your teleporter is in the overworld. So if you want to move your teleporter up by pillaring up, you could certainly do that. And you could use that to get much, much higher. And then go for aquamarine or much, much lower if you have somewhere. Oh, I don't actually want to come out here. What level are we at here? 53. Okay, so that's going to require me digging a fair amount down, but I'm not going to do that on camera. And I'll see if we can get down to about 20 or so and then create another branch mine, see if we can get more black quartz, because we want upgrades from our pickaxes and our swords. Lots of stuff to do. Let me just close this off and make sure I light everything up. And down I go. And now that I'm down here branch mining, we want to use our dowsing rod. We can see when we get black quartz ore, and we can head towards that way. Saves a lot of time digging. We just want to get straight to the ore. Of course, this does scan to 48 blocks away, so it could be a fair bit of digging. But, you know, on average, we shouldn't get it to maximum all that much. It should be perhaps just randomized. So you could have it 1 block deep. You could have it 15. Whoop. Do remember to place torches. And yeah, we're going to get, how much have we got so far? 25 black quartz. Pretty good. I'd like about half a stack at least. We're going to want 8 for chest plate, 5 for helms. That's 13. And we're also going to want probably the same again for some tools. So I think we've got enough now. And really, this is probably going to prove me wrong, and that it's actually 48 away. But that's just the way it goes. So, are you going to give me some black quartz at some point? Come on. You're going to prove me wrong now, aren't you? This is just laborious digging. Hopefully, in a new age, there we are. Hopefully, in a new age, we're going to get some better sort of ways of digging. Oh, there's not really only one. Is there nothing behind these? Okay, anything around here? Nothing of interest, nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Nope. Okay, back to the overworld. Okay, and the first 8 black quartz that we got out of our stone grill, we're going to use to make tools. So I'm going to make a pick. I'm going to make an axe. I'm going to need more, aren't I? We're going to need a sword. Yeah, and then I want a couple of other things to make this, the black quartz AIoT, okay? So we just need a shovel and a hoe, so that just needs 3 more. Okay, do we have that ground up yet? The horse is working away. Yeah, we do have it on grind. Let's just pop that in place.
Okay, we'll get those running. So yeah, hold shift for info. It does 7 hearts. Mining another diamond. Sorry. Mining speed 6.5. Durability 1100. What's our durability of our stone? Okay, 225. 5 times better, but it has 5 different ingredients in it. 5 different, weapons and stuff. So that's fine. The axe would normally be the sort of thing we would go for a weapon, but this should do pretty good. And when in main hand, 2 attack speed, 7 attack damage. Fair enough. And this should replace all of our tools, so just 1 slot. There we are. We got our black quartz. And now we just need, what was it? A hoe and a shovel. There we go. And can we just, is this unshaped? It is unshaped. Okay. So now we have this. How much better are you at mining? Let's just say regular cobble. Seems pretty much the same. But of course we can use it for all kind of different purposes. Right click. Yep, we can hoe. We should be able to use it for trees. This is like a super mattock, if you like. And a good weapon as well. Yeah, it's taking 4 durability from that. That's fine. We should be able to also repair this with black quartz. It won't be too much of an issue. So to repair it, once we have access to beneath, which we do. And now I'm going to use some of the rest to make helms and chest pieces. This is down to... I wonder, can we repair that with the other... I've got 2 or 3 wild oak pelts. Please let me be able to repair it. Oh, how about with regular leather? Will you let me repair that? Whoops, that's not regular leather. That's regular leather. No. Oh dear. I'm going to have to go and hunt some more wild dogs because sooner or later those boots are going to give out. Anyway, on with the show. In order to get further into the pack, we're now going to need to get Astral Sorcery. That's going to require that we make parchment, which seems straightforward until you go into it a little bit further. We've got aquamarine already, of course. So we need washi, which needs mulberry sheets, which needs mulberry pulp, which needs soaked mulberry bark, which needs actual mulberry bark. And the only way to get mulberry bark is to put mulberry wood through a saw, which we don't have. And also the saw can't be manually powered. It has to be powered by mechanical power of some kind. So let's get started with that. To do that, we're going to need a few things. A leather belt, straightforward, just needs leather and glue. And then all of these other things, the gears are all surrounding stone gears, which is surrounding wooden gears, which in age 0 would have need buffalo teeth. However, now we can do it with glue. Glue, however, needs zombie flesh. Now you have to actually put this cauldron above a fire. Tried to put it on these, didn't work. It just passed everything straight through. So in that case, we will use this. And I'm going to need more zombie flesh. 8 is not going to be enough. So let's just make... I think we're going to need 4 of these gears, at least to start. And then I'm going to surround that with sticks. There we go. And we got Better with Mods manual, another one. I think I've already got one of those. And then I'm going to go and craft up the various bits of metal. And I'm going to stop this person who is mowing the lawn behind me right now. Back in a second. Okay, hopefully they've given up gardening for now. Time to get on with more important stuff, like making a saw. Yes, we can need to make a gearbox as well. Let's start with the saw. So I've got everything I need now. I've made these sit flint saw blades, the copper gears, the bronze gears. We can grab that all, put it all together. That's just a weird glitch. And we get a saw. We can't really power that manually, as I said, so we're going to need gearboxes and axles. Now, let's look at the gearbox first. So as it's saying, gearboxes get overpowered when the windmill spins too quickly. We're probably going to use water wheels, I would have thought, to start with, rather than windmills. So hopefully that isn't going to have the same problem, but we'll see. So in here, we've got to make a few things. We've got to make some bronze plates, some wooden gears. I've got to made those, straightforward. Bronze plates are just on the anvil over there. And then we need to make Bruce, Bruce, spruce, birch, oak, anything like that, a thin slab. So we need to put some regular slabs in the chopping block, and we need to make the axle. Now the axle is more the problem. Not so much the black quartz, which we've just gone and got, but more the hemp rope. Each hemp rope is 6, so we need 12 per axle. And guess where you get hemp rope from? Well, that's from hemp fibers, which means clicking this thing a lot. So one of my main priorities is not so much the saw, but to get this powered by a gearbox so that we can automate the production of those hemp fibers. I have already made some, however, with much manual clicking. So we should be able to make maybe a couple of axles, hopefully. Yeah, we can make 5 pieces of rope, so that should be fine. And then we just need some black quartz. I probably want to make 3 or 4 axles in total, but I don't obviously have that right now. We will just suffice with 2. And I'll have to make more later. The gearbox, do I have everything I need? I think I just need those thin slabs. Yes, we got the advancement axle F. Beverly Hills Cop reference. Thin slabs. We can make those. Back in we go. I should put another crafting table out there. And now we should be able to make a gearbox. Good. So we've got a gearbox. We've got an axle. And we've got a... Whoops. We got some black quartz still. We now need a power source. So we now need either a water wheel or a windmill. Let's go for the water wheel. 2 words maybe? Yeah, a water wheel. Okay, so we need another copper gear, which is another stone gear, which is another wooden gear, which is more glue. I think that's my last piece of glue, unfortunately, which is unfortunate for probably the next part. The wood blade. You need some more glue. Yes, that's unfortunate. I guess we can use coagulated blood for 3 of them. I've got like 3 spare, so we could use that. And is that more... No, that's not more efficient than just putting 3 zombie flesh in there. So I'm going to need to go back to our grinder and go and pick up more of those. But it's just going to need lots of slabs, so we can just put those through. And how many of those did it need? It's going to need 4 per blade, 8 blades. So obviously 32. Now we've got 24. I'm going to need some more wood as well. No problem. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go and well, farm zombies, I guess. We could use some of this for some of it, so that's fine. I'll come back once I've got all the blades. Okay, now with all of the blades made, we made it into a water wheel. Where did I put it? Here it is. And you might expect from other mods that you can just right-click and place the water wheel. No, you can't, unfortunately. But better with mods, you need to use axles to do it. So first of all, we're going to need an axle. I guess I'm going to put this here. Okay, and we can just extend from that, and then we can mount our water wheel, or water wheels, I guess, on this. Yep. And it's going to start turning. Cool. And we're getting little smoke effects from it. Please don't break. Okay. Let's put the gearbox in place. That says it's a gearbox, but it looks like planks. Quite odd. In any case, we can then place another wooden axle. There we go. Yeah. So, input and output. I'm not sure which side is which. I assume it's this way around. And then on the end of that, we can put our saw. Yeah, that's maybe in the wrong direction. Maybe we should put that... Oops. Maybe put that something like down here instead. Yeah, I get the idea of I want the saw blade on top. You're not wanting me to put the saw blade on top, are you? Okay, let's try it from this direction. There we go. Just don't step onto it, hopefully. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, there is damage. Right. Let's sleep through the night, and then I'm going to need to probably make some more axles and get that mill automated. To automate the mill, we're going to need the power from the top or the bottom, I think. I don't think we can do this any other way. So I may have to get another few bits and pieces. But that saw should let us actually let's process the mulberry wood that I do have. I don't have very much of it, but we can process this. Well, gotta amend that door. All right, is that an interface now that we can get to? No? Do I just drop it on this? Nope. Okay, I need to do a little bit more investigation in the Better with Mods manual, clearly. Yeah, back shortly. And fairly obvious in the end, I just need to attach another axle to the bottom of this gearbox. So maybe we should put this higher up, I guess, in future. However, for now, that should mean if I go and get my mill, or my mill stone, it should now let me automate it. Oh, this would be amazing. Let's grab you. We don't need the that lever anymore, the hand crank. Let's go and... I really need to move those cows. At least now I do anyway. Let's put you in here. And too many solid blocks around it, so I need to remove some of those. There we go. That's enough. And now it's going, which means we should be able to put hemp through it. Good, and that's going to start spitting out. So unfortunately, there's no way to directly get stuff out of it into a chest. We're going to have to put, yeah, there we go. You see, we're going to probably have to put the Mark II hoppers, I think, because they will let us pick up from the world around us, and they let us chain them, so we could put a chest over here somewhere, something like that down here. And then we can get that going. But oh, it's so much better. Don't need to use my hunger bar anymore. Much, much better. And as it turns out, the soy is also incredibly straightforward. I was just expecting to have an inventory. Nope. You can just drop blocks on top, and it will then process them pretty quickly. And we should get a bunch of stuff out of that. Well, did we get any bark? We did get mulberry bark. Good. So mulberries are fairly rare spawns in most biomes. It would be nice to have those. That's still working away. We've got up to 60 hemp fibers now. Away we go. Even more. I'm going to take those out with me. And yeah, we need to probably hunt down more of it because it's... I do like that setup. Oh, so much better than the manual one. So yeah. Oh, cows. I need to go and hunt down more mulberries. I think the wild mulberries will not get away from us. And we're going to then process that into the astral sorcery stuff. So over here we need parchment. Let's take a look at, again, that recipe. Can I even make one piece of this stuff? So we need 4 of you, which needs... So that's going to need 16 mulberry pulp, which is going to need 16 soaked mulberry bark. So we're going to need 16 mulberry bark. Okay, so I'm going to need 4 times as much as what I have now. And to get this made, we're going to put 4 pieces of bark into our wooden basin. We're just going to get some water from one of the barrels here, and we're just going to stir it. And that's going to get us the wet version of this. Won't be a second, 3rd turn. There we go. There's the wet version. We can grab that, the soaked ones, and just put them up on our drying racks. Just as I have been doing. That shouldn't take much longer. I just need 1 more piece of pulp, I think, and then we should be okay to go to the next stage. They should be dry anytime soon. We can always make some more there, but that's okay for now. Are you going to dry? And once they're dry, we can take them, turn them into mulberry sheets, and head over to our favourite horse. Well, for today, a favourite horse. And we're going to put them in the horse press. It's going to take, I'm going to take 1 at a time. I don't think this actually takes hoppers either, or unless it... no, I don't think it does. I think I tried it earlier and it didn't let me output from it or input to it. So we're going to get 4 of these. It's not going to take us very long. And then that's going to let us make 1 parchment, which is then going to let us make the astral tome with some plant cloth. Now the plant cloth just takes twine, so there's nothing excessive there. In fact, I can probably make that now while the horse is just doing a couple of revolutions. Yeah, 1 plant cloth. And we're going to need, wait for the horse to stop. We need to aquamarine again. So let's just go and grab the aquamarine. Doesn't need to be processed, it seems, or, you know, smelted down or anything. So that's pretty good. There it is. We're going to need 4 of it, I think. Thereabouts. Head out here and we've got everything we need. I hope so. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with an aquamarine. Gets us parchment. And there's the advancement. And now it's going to say, hey, I need to get the Astral Sorcery Journal. Okay, so that is 1 of those. 3 aquamarine. And a plant cloth. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then the end of age 1. Complete the ritual to transform a crafting table into the luminous crafting table. Okay, luminous. Let's see what that needs. Ooh, it's a Necronomicon ritual. So we need a reinforced slate. We need aquamarine, marble, which we've got, and 1000 PE. We've got most of that. Just need the reinforced slates. And that's going to need the go through the blank slate to the regular. So I'm going to go and make that up in the blood altar. You've seen that before. It just needs an extra step through. So you make 1 slate and put it back through again. Do I have any stone? If not, I guess I should just put some in the stone grill anyway. It'll just output into this crate for me. There we go. And I'll go and make that into the slate. Okay, let's give this a go. We got our 4 aquamarines, so let's just put them there, and there. I'm going to try raw marble and chisel, and if that doesn't work, we can always look at what we need to do to change that. We're going to need our reinforced slates at front and back. Then we need our crafting table in the middle, and right-click with a book. Nope, shift right-click with a book. There we go. Takes 1000 PE, if I think, remember? Yep, there it goes, it's draining. And it's done. And we're in age 2. And that doesn't look good. We lost access to stage 1 mob, we unlocked stage 2 mob. Oh dear, if those are gonna get harder, then we're gonna have to do a lot more. So what does stage 2 entail? What do we get started with? Let's have a look. L, we got a new age. Alright, so we get glass. Wow, finally, glass. Okay, we get wool, fair enough. The between lands, so I need a druid circle in a swamp biome. Which is off to the east in my case. Storage drawers, good. A tough dowsing rod, so we can get a larger variety of ores. Interesting, wonder whether we get iron now, perhaps. We get Tinker's Construct, we get papers. And what else do we get? Ooh, Enderman. Endermen have become spawning in the world, slay them to obtain their ender dust. So we may have to create some kind of ender farm at some point. And then we need to get Starlight going for Astral Sorcery. Okay, so lots and lots of stuff to get into for age 2. But that should be a good point to leave it now for age 1, I think. Probably I need to get to the end of this bucket thing. It's craft a turntable and then use that to create a clay bucket. That, importantly, will let us pick up water blocks, I think. And then also, I think we can pick up lava with clay buckets, but I think it tends to destroy the clay bucket when you drop it again. So that's something we can get into now. So now we're in age 2. Congratulations, and thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share as normal, if you like the episode, of course. And let me know in the comments if you've got any suggestions. Otherwise, let's see you next time.